Was that nice, Freddie? All right. Was that nice though, drinking the milk out of your bowl? Yeah. Morning everybody, welcome back to our channel, or if you're just joining us for the first time, hello and welcome, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video today. Hi Freddie. And he's gone. So it's Tuesday the 13th of November, and the first thing I'm going to do this morning is I'm just going to prepare tea. Well, we've had breakfast and everything, obviously got wash and dress, but yeah, I'm going to actually be preparing tea. I'm using the slow cooker today, so I'm just going to go ahead now and show you what I'm doing. So the first thing that's going to go in is 3 cans of chickpeas, and all I've done is drained them and rinsed them. I've just used a normal colander, so I'm just going to put them into the slow cooker. Now I've already just popped 2 potatoes which have been peeled and sliced in there as well, so I've chop all of the potatoes up just to the size that you want. I like them quite small cubes. Okay, this is the chickpeas that I used. They were basically the cheapest ones in Tesco's. I'm not sure what real difference there is, but these are the ones that I went for. Okay, so that's those in there. And then I've got some carrots here. Now this is just a bag of pre-chopped carrot battens from Aldi. There's 300 grams in that bag, and they're just going to go straight in there like that. Lovely. Okay. I've also got 1 red onion which I've just chopped up there. I'm just losing a bit of the end there, and then I'm just going to throw that in as well. Thrown in there, lovely. Get all the bits off. There we are. Lovely. All that in there. Alright, so I've put all that in. Now the next thing I've got here is I've made up some chicken stock, 200 mils of chicken stock, and then I've added in 100 ml of passata. Again, this is just your bog standard passata. I've used cheap ones, I've used expensive ones. It's just liquidized tomato. You know, there's nothing really special about it. It does the job. So that's just going to go in there like that. Okay, so what I'll do as well is I'm going to be putting in some Italian seasoning, about a tablespoon, if that. I just sprinkle it in, if I'm totally honest with you. And then just a little bit of salt and pepper. And then just basically give it a mix round. And then you just put it in your slow cooker, switch it on, and then you just leave it to cook for 6 to 8 hours on slow. I'm just going to grab my spoon then we'll give it a mix round. So then I'm just putting Italian seasoning in. This is just from Tesco's. You know, I've used the more expensive makes. Again, I've used cheaper makes. This is just probably the one that was the cheapest at the time. And I just sprinkle that in there. Now, if you're wondering what's in Italian seasoning, you've got oregano, basil, red pepper flakes, marjoram, thyme, rosemary, sage and parsley. Just a little bit of everything in there, so give that a good sprinkle. Bit black pepper, don't put loads in, just enough to give it a little bit of flavour there. And that is just from Aldi's. You know, it's nothing special, just Aldi's. Black pepper, it's in a little grinder as well, which is great. And then I've just got salt. Now the one that I've bought hasn't got the special little cap on it, so I obviously don't want to put too much in because Freddie's going to be eating this as well. So I'm just going to use a teaspoon just to get a little bit of... That's it, it's not even half a teaspoon in there, and that's all I'm putting in. Now, as I'm mixing that round as well, it does seem quite dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit extra. I've got a little bit more passata with a tiny bit of water out the kettle in the same jug that I made up the stock in, just to get the remnants out the bottom. I've made that 100 ml, and I'm just going to add that in as well. Okay, there we are. That's basically cleaned the bowl out, the jug out as well now. Right, and then just one final mix round like that. then as I said, that just goes on 6 to 8 hours on low. And there you go. So we want to have tea at about 4:30 this evening. Is Madeline's at dancing, so you just count the hours back. I'll just count back 6.5 hours and put it on at 4 o'clock. So there you go, all done and dusted. Yay. We'll see how that comes out later, guys. So a few hours has passed. I've got a few jobs done. We've got some washing in. Freddie is just currently doing a few jigsaws. He's just been happily amusing himself, bless him, while I got that washing put in. Are you all right? We've had a nice morning, haven't we? Oh, bless you. Oh, you've got jigsaw puzzles on your feet. I don't think that's the best idea, to be honest, Freddie, because I think you're going to break them. And then you'll not be able to use your puzzle anymore. Oh, dear. You getting it? Good boy. Well done. So I'm just about to make some lunch, and then we're going to be heading out the shops for a few bits and pieces. So I hope you're going to come along with us this afternoon. So I'm just keeping it simple for lunch. I'm just going to be doing some sandwiches and things. Oh, as I was talking about having to use up lots of things in the cupboard, oh, my eyebrows are not very good today, but they'll be all right. I'm just going to show you our cupboard at the minute. Right, so this is our larder cupboard. I mean, it's literally like packed to the rafters, you know. You stand back a second, darling. We open this door, show everybody in there. Look at these. Freddie said, look at these. You've got the breakfast cereals. And then down here, yeah, that's right. Down here we've just got lots of cooking things, and I mean it is pretty disorganised. So this does need sorting out, but I think the best way of sorting it out, is going to be, yeah, you want to have that fruit? Yeah. Yeah, of course you can have that after your lunch. Looks nice, doesn't it? What is it? This is, what is it? A fruity pot, some peach and some pear. That looks nice, doesn't it? And have that after your lunch. Yeah? Looks nice. I think you'll like that. I think you'll really like that. You want to have a sandwich first, though? So excuse my bag of rubbish there. I've just changed the bin bag over and that's ready to go out. So has it come with a spoon as well? Wow. Yeah. Right, I think Freddie's going to eat that while I make the sandwiches. Oh, that was good timing. Right, so I've got a peri chicken and melted cheese toast in one of the brown wholemeal bins. I've just got to plate the microwave to warm it up a little bit. I just find in the winter, like when you have food, you need to have a warm plate to put it on, otherwise it just goes cold like so quickly. Oh, sorry, let me just turn next. I've got the Christmas channel, Hot Extra Christmas. So keep listening to that. I'll probably turn it down too far now. So I'm just warming up a plate there. It's a nice warm plate. Yeah, if I keep the music on too long, I'll have like copyright things for the video, which it doesn't bother me because obviously we're not monetized anyway, but you know, I'd save YouTube the trouble of having to come and send them a message saying copyright because of the music. Right, so as you saw before earlier this morning, I've got the chickpea stew going on, which looks, I'm gonna be honest, right, it doesn't look, oh, it doesn't look the greatest. I'm just gonna get that off the camera. There. You can see. Oh, it actually makes a really nice little picture with the steam from it. It doesn't look the greatest, but it smells gorgeous. And I'm sure it's going to taste lovely. Well, I'll enjoy it, that's for sure. If they don't, I can just make them something else. Right, so that's toasty made. Freddie's gone through with that pot of fruit. And he's not that keen. I'm sorry. He's not that keen, in fairness, guys. He's more just like an apple and banana kind of kid. He has tried some of the pear and the peach and that, but he says he's just going to prefer to drink the juice off it. There we go. So he's had one of these, which is the Aldi version of the Dairy Lee Dunkers. Exactly the same. Probably about a third of the price. He's going to have one of those for his lunch. You alright, Fred? You managed to try any more peach? Any more pear? No? Oh, you've got your spoon though. You love that spoon, don't you? Cool. I brought your dunker through anyway. Do you want to have that? Yeah?
Have lots of them.
Yeah, no problem. Can you see yourself, Freddie? So right now, although I'm filming Freddie, I've got the viewfinder up so Freddie can see himself. Is that good, Fred? No. Hi guys. So after a little bit of an eventful afternoon, which I will talk about later on. It's actually tea time. Madeline's home from school. We're just about to have tea. So the chickpea casserole stew that I made earlier on, here it is now. So there you go. Now I'm going to be totally honest with you. It smells amazing, but I wouldn't say it was the most appetizing tea in the world. So, oh, it's gone all steamy on there. So I'm going to be serving that with some rice. And I'm just hoping that it goes down okay for these guys. I've got ready some out already, and I've put that in the fridge just to cool off a bit. So I'm going to put it out now, and then I'll show you what it's like on the plate. So here we are. There's Madeline's, which looks like a little bit of a dog's dinner. She was about to start eating it, weren't you, missus? There's mine, and there's Freddie's, sort of mixed it all up. So, like I say, it doesn't look the greatest, but you know, I think it tastes okay.
Tastes lush.
You know, there's always other foods where you can have later. At least we've used up 3 cans of chickpeas. Whatever happened.
7 left.
I'm not sure. There is a few left. I did have a little tidy up with the cupboard just before there, but as you can see, it's still round pack. Yeah, it's just at least like another. Orange. There's at least another. The blue.
No, like most of the things.
Oh yeah.
Orange.
There's at least another 3 there, and then we'll be moving on to making things with beans, because there's kidney beans, black beans, black beans. So basically tea was a little bit of a fail for Freddie, because he didn't really like it that much. He had some of it, but then he ended up asking for some toast and some grapes and some yogurts and stuff. So at least he had some tea anyway. So I've just dropped Madeline off at dancing. We're in a bit of a rush, and I'm just popping into my mum's quickly because I'm just going to help her to turn her mattress, because mattresses are kind of heavy and it's not really something that you can do on your own. So I'm just going to nip in and help her do that, and then I'll probably drop her off because she's got an exercise class this evening. So I just thought I'd keep you updated. Yeah, today's vlog hasn't really been up to much, but sorry about that. But you know, it's been a pretty quiet day other than the incident earlier, which I'm going to fill you in a little while. You managing there, Fred? Nearly there. Hey! Good lad. Hi guys. Right, so as I said earlier, I said I was going to come and explain exactly what's been going on this afternoon. So basically, I was still in the town centre when Madeline arrived home from school, which is no problem. Madeline has a key. She's old enough now to obviously let herself in the house. She rang me in absolute hysterics. And basically it turned out that there was some lads in our garden, our back garden, swinging on the swings. She did manage to catch some footage on her phone as well, which was great, and will obviously prove beneficial. Anyway, I arrived home, and it turned out that it was actually one of our neighbour's sons, and his friend had decided, well, they said, first of all, he said, I didn't come in your garden. Well, I was only in there for 2 seconds. And I was like, well, which one is it? Because what happened was they actually ended up coming back to the house. So as it turned out, he said that he'd forgotten his key and they were trying to get over the wall, the fence out between the 2 properties, to try the back door of the house. But as far as I'm aware, they don't really seem to have done that. And yes, maybe they were locked out of the house. But Madeline said, like, they didn't make any attempt to go anywhere near the fence to try and get over their property. So obviously I was a little bit concerned. So it just so happened when I arrived home, the 2 lads in question actually approached our house again. And so, like, I've just basically said, you know, like, were you in our garden? That's when he's like, no. And then he said, oh, we're just in there for 2 seconds. And I was like, oh, which one is it? So I basically just said, oh, look, stay off our property, stay out of our garden. We don't have any relationship. I wouldn't say we have a bad relationship with neighbours, we just don't have any relationship whatsoever. They made that quite clear the first day that we moved in, and that they didn't want any sort of friendship with the fact that they just put their heads down, you know, when we arrived.
at the property, so we just have no relationship with them, not even a hello or anything like that. They just literally ignore us and always have done, so we basically ignore them. So yeah, Madeline was absolutely terrified, as she would be, to walk in the kitchen and see lads swinging on swings in her back garden. You know, they're trespassing at the end of the day. So Madeline did what any 14-year-old would in her situation. She actually contacted the non-emergency police number and got the complaint logged. But she was absolutely terrified, and from my point of view, being on the other end of the phone and hearing like that, it was awful. But what got me was just the sheer audacity of these two kids. Even when I said to them, you know, it's not your property, you stay off it. You know, he's just answering back saying, well, my mum wouldn't act like that if you were in our garden. And I said, yeah, but the difference is I wouldn't be in your garden, not without your permission, you know, your family's permission. And I said, why didn't you just come and knock? And he said, oh, well, the car wasn't on the drive. And I said, well, it still doesn't mean there's nobody in. I then said to him, look, at the end of the day, what's happened. And I said, you know, I says, you've really upset like a young girl. I think, you know, you could be a man about this, because he is about 16, 17, you know, be a man about this and apologise to her. To which he said absolutely nothing. So I just said to him, I don't think your dad will be very impressed to know that you've got that little respect for women, that you're not even willing to say, look, I'm sorry about what happened, you know, and apologise. She was so shocked, like as any young girl would be, like to go into your kitchen and look outside and see two boys, well, you know, lads in your garden who aren't supposed to be there. So when I said that, his friend just said, you don't know anything about his dad, don't bring his dad into this. And I'm thinking, well, what's, you know, I was only meaning, like, you know, from a respect point of view. And then they went on to start having a go at Madeline outside, saying, oh, you haven't got a dad, you know, we've never seen a man next door. And I'm thinking, have I like hit some sort of nerve? I hit something here, like regarding his dad next door, like, I don't know, I really don't know. So it just kind of got a little bit heated. Anyway, they started name calling towards me, and I just said to them, I was like, call me all the names you want, it's not going to make any difference. The fact of the matter is, you trespassed on the property, you've terrified a young girl, and you're not even in a position to apologise, you know. So it kind of just got left like that. But his mum has obviously come home since, and I was actually expecting that she might come round and knock on the door and say something about what happened, but she hasn't. So I don't even know at this point whether he's even told his mum what's happened. I really don't know. So yeah, it's sort of everything got through into chaos earlier on. I'm on the phone trying to speak to Jason, and then I also contacted the police about this, and they said they were actually going to call round, and I'm assuming that they must have called round in the hour that we're out the house, because they haven't been, or they called round then and we've missed them. But normally they make contact and let you know. Anyway, we still obviously do want to log this with them, because we don't think this is going to be the end of the matter now, unfortunately. So I want it logged just in case anything happens in the future. So yeah, I mean, Madeline's fine now, you know, she's been off to dance and that. It was just like the initial, she was terrified, like, you know, and I understand where she's coming from, because I would certainly be quite shocked if I went to the kitchen and saw lads in the garden who obviously weren't supposed to be there. So there you go. That's where we're at right now. There was no attempt, they weren't attempting to break into our property or anything like that. I don't think they intended to cause any criminal damage or anything like that. What they were doing, I don't know, but they're terrified. So Madeline and Freddie are both now in bed. I'm just catching up with a few YouTubers, doing a little bit of work for my audition again, and then I'll be heading off to bed as well. Tomorrow I'll be doing the final prep for my mum's birthday, because my mum's birthday on Friday, so I'm going to have a few bits and pieces to finish off getting for that. And also the few household items that I needed to buy in Shields today. That's North Shields, is a town centre near me. I'll have to get tomorrow, because in the commotion of getting back to Madeline, I didn't actually manage to get any of my bits and pieces of shopping done, because by the time I'd done my bit mooching around the shops and having a look around, then that's when Madeline got in touch with me. So that's where we are right now. It's a little bit of drama, a little bit of a carry on, and I'm just pleased that she's okay. So I'm going to end today's vlog here, guys. I'm aware that today's vlog has been a bit hitty missy, but I'm just hoping that me coming on explaining what happened at tea time and why there was kind of a lack of tea time, you know, the sort of family interaction that I like to be able to film just wasn't there today, unfortunately. So forgive me, guys, but I hope this has just explained why. So I'm going to end today's vlog here. So I shall see you guys very soon. Good night, sweet dreams. Bye bye.